Hi, Mark Diaz here for 2danimation101.com. In this lesson, I'm going to show you how to rig our character right here inside Photoshop. This is super cool. We don't have to set up any bones or anything like that like in other software. We can just take some points and put them in position right here inside Photoshop. So the rigging process is super duper fast. Now, this is only possible if you're using CrazyTalk Animator 3.1, the pipeline version. If you want to save a huge amount of time, then I suggest you get the pipeline version so you can rig your characters in a couple of minutes, okay? So, this is how you rig it. First, I need to go to the project files, and inside the PSD characters folder, I added the original templates. You get them from the resources provided by the Revolution team that you can download on their webpage, but to make your life easier, I just added them here. So what I'm going to do is take the front version, copy and paste it right here, and name it, we're gonna call it Steve. Steve front, okay? Front. Let me cut it and paste it here. And this is gonna be Steve front, okay? I double click to open it. And then check this out. All I do is take every single layer. I select every single layer, right? And then I click and drag into this project where I'm going to rig it. There we go. Now let me adjust the size a little bit. And as you can see, this character is a little bit out of proportion. Don't worry. All we need to do is put the points in the correct place. So I'm going to do that. Let me put it. I'm focusing on this little area right here. I want the feet to be in this little vase. Okay, that is representing the ground. And now I'm going to select all those layers. And then click and drag to put them on top of the folder RL image, okay, right here. And then all I do is drag each one to, you can see this folder, the RL image, and this has many folders, and all I have to do is drag, for example, the hip will be dragged into the hip folder, and so on. Now I like to open this every single, I'm on collapsing, expanding actually, every folder, because sometimes I get some surprises. And for example, the hip already has a layer there. And yes, I'm going to have all of that. Now, the left hand. Let's take the left hand right here and put it in place. Then the right foot and put it in place. And I do that with every single other layer. Now, as you can see right here, I have in the hip, I have the upper torso and the hip. But for the hip, we need 3 layers. We need the neck, the upper torso, and the hip. So I'm going to take all of them, press Ctrl G to group them, and then Ctrl E to merge them, okay? And then rename it hip. And now I can just take the layer hip, which is this character, the reference, and I can delete it. And that's it for the body. We have the body ready. Now, if I want, I can combine all of this into one single layer and put it inside head in case I want a very simple character. But because I want to be able to animate the expressions, to express, for facial animation, I'm going to prepare this inside here, the talking head. So right now I'm done with the rest of the body, okay? This is done. Woo! Now I can collapse that folder, and now I can expand this layer, the talking head. In here we have the bones, and then you can see this is the head image. Let me expand it, and then all of these layers which belong to the head will go here. But for the mouth, I'm going to change this mouth. Let me just select that mouth and delete it and import mine right here, mouth, there. Okay, and now I just have to drag each one into its correct folder. Let's do this real quick and fast forward, okay? Now for the hair, I'm going to drag and drop in front hair and then the face, and I'm done. Okay, now this is a bit tricky. Some layers are not going to be showing in CrazyTalk Animator. Let me tell you why. What I like to do is expand all of the folders, every single folder, and sometimes, whoops, I put the left eyebrow, goes in here. Sometimes some folders like the eyebrows, right, have a folder inside that says normal. That's where this layer has to go. I have to select it and put it inside there. If I have it outside normal, it's not going to be showing in CrazyTalk Animator. So what I need is to click and drag and put it inside normal. And I do that for every single other one. And for the eyes, because I'm using very simple eyes, just a little black circle, I just click and drag into iris. If you want, you can use more complicated eyes that have white, right? You will put those layers right here, okay? I just like very simple characters. And so I do this with, actually the mouth is perfect. And then I do with the nose, put to normal, face. The face is okay, and everything else is okay. And then I can collapse all of the folders really quick. Now I have everything ready. The next step is to position all the points in the correct place. I'm going to start with the points of the face, which are these guys right here. I'm going to put every point in the correct place of the face, okay? Those are found, we have two layers for the bones. One for the face, which is head bone, and another which is bone human. Those two folders are the ones that contain these points, okay? The sync points for your rigging. So I'm going to actually select all those points and put them around here so it's easier for me. And now I can just select, for example, the front hair, and this is going to be on the top of the hair. And then let me show you a very cool shortcut. If you press Alt open bracket in the layers panel, you select the next layer. You see? Right here in the layers panel. Let me use that shortcut again. I press Alt open bracket, okay? So I like to have, I'm gonna be using this shortcut a lot. So I just press Alt open bracket, and then I position the brow. Then the next layer, whoops. Then the next layer. You see, this makes it very, very easy for me to do this process very, very quick. Now, very interesting, the face has to go right here. Let me show you the intersection. This has to be in the exact intersection of the head and the neck. Okay, let me show you. I'm gonna select the face, which is this one. Yes. Let me hide the bones and show you like this. I'm going to select this layer and lower the opacity. And as you can see right here, this is not in the correct place. I need this layer, the face, to go a little bit down right there. Now, I don't know if you can see it. It's very, very difficult to see, but now it's in the correct place. For this, I had to select the face and lower the opacity. Now I can put the opacity back on to 100%. Okay, so I have the head. Actually, I just need the back hair to be in place. I don't have a layer for the back hair, but I just like to have it in the correct place. Now I do the same. Let me hide this and collapse the talking head and then show the bones. I mean the bone human. Those. Okay, let me expand that folder, and then I'm going to expand all of these layers. There. And now I can use this technique. in which I'm gonna be using the shortcut Alt and open bracket to be selecting different layers, okay? And then I can just reposition all the points for the hand. And then the right arm. Oh, wait, a quick tip. When you are doing this, I suggest taking the images. Let me collapse. I'm going to collapse all those folders. And I'm going to lower the opacity for the hands, both hands, then both feet, then the hips. With them selected in the numpad, I can just type 50, and that lowers the opacity right here, you see? That is because I can have the joints, the rigging joints, in the correct points in my drawing, okay? And now all I have to do is put every single point in the correct place. Now for the feet, it can be a little bit tricky. You just have to put the toes, then where you want the toes to flex, then this goes at the bottom of the feet, and then you use that point for the ankle, where you want to be connecting the feet with the leg, okay? Then I continue with the rest of the points in fast forward. There, we have our character rigged. It was super easy. All we did was move some points, put them in the correct place, and we have ourselves a character ready for animation. Now I just have to bring the opacity of the feet, the hands, and the hip back to 100%. There we go. Okay, great. Now in the next lesson, I'm going to show you how to create a custom character animation using one of my custom characters and create some new animation, some motion clips. I will show you how to set up the timeline to make your life easier when you modify your animation and all those little details, okay? See you in the next lesson.